Well, back here in the pits, things getting very lively indeed. Andy Smith preparing for the next race, and that's his brother Paul, who's part of his pit team. And out there in the yellow and black helmet, well, that's Mark Loram, one of the great English hopes for this Grand Prix series. Andy Smith getting some last-minute alterations to his bike. Yes, and have they got a problem? Apparently not.
Again, the last-minute adjustments to Andy Smith, the reigning British champion, having won the national title now for 3 years on the turn. He's had a few knocks in recent years and is by far from 100% at this moment in time. Yorkshire born and based at Coventry. Looking on the outside, that's Mark Loram, who is just about the English #1 at this stage. He rides at Exeter in the Premiership this season, in around Hackney and Kings Lynn and Ipswich. Hans Nielsen, the Great Dane, the most experienced man in the field at 34. He's been in world finals now for what? Well over a decade, 15 years. And he's always made an impact. There's the lineup. On the inside, Michael Karlsson red. Next to him, Hans Nielsen. Grid 3 has Andy Smith. On the outside, it is Mark Loram. So 2 Brits in the outside grids. And they really are taking a long time to settle. This is heat number 3. Into that first corner, who will be the first to show it? Smith. Smith is away, that's a surprise. Nielsen on the inside, on the outside it is Mark Loram, and it's the 2 Brits in front, and the Union Jacks are waving, with Loram now going around the outside and switching back inside Smith. Now, has he got the drop? Still in touch is Nielsen, and this time Loram bursts down the inside, and he moves into the lead there, and Nielsen follows him through against Smith, although Smith is aware of Hans Nielsen, and Nielsen has work to do. This is good news for the British contingent, with Mark Loram picking off his fellow countrymen, and Andy Smith having all kinds of problems with Hans Nielsen climbing all over him. Every point, of course, vital, and this time it looks like Nielsen has gone down through the inside. He moves into second place, but he's got a lot of work to do to catch up with Mark Loram. Loram is really steaming. Start for the British boys, with Chris Leary winning heat 1, and there Mark Loram doing the business in heat 3 ahead of Hans Nielsen. So it's looking good for the Brits. We can see, first of all, Loram going down the inside of Andy Smith, and Andy did leave enough room for him there, and Hans Nielsen, cunning old fox, tried to follow him through, but Smith just got his wheels in line that much more quickly and had the drop here, and Hans Nielsen having to look to all those who find his way past Andy Smith, and he caught a face full of dirt there. You saw him moving away. There's the overtaking on the inside there, of course, Loram in yellow and black. Andy Smith, pulling an old-fashioned full locker there, and it is getting very grippy, and the track surface has an old-fashioned quality about it. Hans Nielsen sees his opportunity to dive down the inside. He's never going to catch Loram, and Andy Smith just gets back on the outside here. You can see him here. Fine racing. And we'll watch Nielsen now. Took him 3 laps to finally pick off Andy Smith. It's a brave ride from the Coventry rider, and as Nielsen is an intimidating character, he'll attack you from all angles.